This session is our latest installment in an update on RFID Market Development. The last time we spoke, we revealed how the channel, local independent systems integrators, and software vendors with RFID expertise, vertical market experience, and project management skill were capturing more of the RFID market. Well, what we want to talk about today is how that trend continues, and I think it's accelerating and becoming more acute, such that our new thesis is the channel is not really the center of gravity of the RFID markets, but we think the channel is largely the primary driving force. That as goes the channel and its work with RFID, so will go the RFID markets. So let's try another three-step story and offer some implications. First is that what we've observed in our studies over time is that shipment of RFID transponders looks like it will grow materially on a year-over-year basis, but be more concentrated in HF and EPC UHF. And that if the market was, say, 10 units in 2010, and it was a fair split among technologies, our expectation is that if the market does go to 30 units, that the significant shares in that market are going to be taken up by EPC UHF and also by HF, and with a number of other technologies taking up some share. But the concentration of investment in RFID transponders and solutions is expected to be here, perhaps 70% of the market being in UHF and EPC UHF and HF. Now, that concentration might lead us to believe that there will be some efficiency in the market. Well, what we see is an RFID industry, a collection of technology developers and suppliers pouring a lot of energy into RFID markets in a very concentrated way. But these RFID markets, as fragmented as they are, we think end up diffusing demand in such a way that it spreads that demand out across a number of different sources of supply, sources of design, sources of service and expertise. We think this energy, as concentrated as it is in that market, ends up getting reflected and ends up getting diffused because the markets aren't reflecting perfectly what the industry is developing, sharing, and launching. And so what we think ends up happening, as we discussed last time, is that a market that in 2009 saw perhaps 1/3 of dollars on RFID invested through the channel, saw that grow to approximately 55% in 2010. Our expectation is it will be fully 70% of spend by 2015 will be with the channel. What we think that means is that there'll be some implications for ScanSource and its partners. And the first is what we're going to call persistent fragmentation. This means that the market, despite the fact that it will concentrate its spend technically, will need a diverse and ever-diversing and widening spectrum of solutions that will likely only be able to be supported by an equally broad and diverse set of solution providers. First point. Second point is that in order for those solution providers to win, they're going to have to develop domain expertise, vertical market, installation environment, application expertise to complement their technology knowledge and their project management skill in order to win business. And on the point of winning business, they're going to have to pay very close attention to yield. What we see now is a fairly low yield for RFID sales. 1 in 4, 1 in 5, 1 in 6 deals being closed. What we think represents a potential opportunity is something we're calling the RFID Rollout Roadmap. It's a concept that ScanSource and its partners are investigating and investing in to try and see if some modified or marginal standards can be established to show how different installation environments have evaluated, invested in, rolled out, and realized benefit from RFID in a sequence of applications. It's a strong opportunity that's growing rapidly, some concentration in the technologies, still broad fragmentation in market demand, significant opportunities for the channel, with a few implications that, if homed in on and executed clearly, could result in stronger growth, stronger profit, more predictability.